Commissioners meeting, March 9th, 2021, 11:10 a.m. Subject, courthouse mold and air quality testing. I, Tommy, have requested that the courthouse mold air quality testing be put on the Commissioner's agenda due to adverse health effects that I've been having of late. Mold was discussed in Commissioners meeting minutes as early as August 24th of 2010, specifically regarding identifying and rectifying the cause of water damage, excessive moisture, or mold contamination in the evidence room and other areas of the Sheriff's Office. On January 7th, 2017, approximately 6 years later, Carolyn Henry, the safety coordinator at the time, in the minutes, referenced the Sheriff's Office mold issues needing to be fixed. April 30th of 2019, a little more than 2 years later, Bob Bates reported that in response to a potential mold moisture issue reported last week, he looked at an area in the Sheriff's Office and agrees there is a musty smell, circulation could be better, but didn't detect any actual moisture or any visible mold. Extensive discussion ensued with concerns expressed by employees in the courthouse basement, employee health and adequate ventilation, options for correcting the problems, and how to move forward to fix the problems. Reportedly, in May of 2019, no prisoners were allowed into the jail due to concerns regarding the safety effects of the mold. August 2019, reportedly the Sheriff's Office was moved out of the courthouse due to mold. February 2020, Buffalo Restorations performed 2 air quality tests in the courthouse. Those tests showed the presence of Stachybotrys chartarum, a greenish-black mold. Per the CDC, Stachybotrys chartarum and other molds may cause health symptoms that are nonspecific. It is not necessary to determine what type of mold you may have growing in your home or other building. All molds should be treated the same with respect to potential health risks and removal. In regards to weather, moisture, and testing, mold needs moisture to grow. The April weather of 2020, for April, precipitation amounts were mostly below normal. May weather, for May, precipitation amounts were mostly below normal. June weather, June's precipitation amounts were mostly below normal. These are per weather.gov information. June 2020, the dry season. 19 air quality tests were performed in the courthouse. 1 test presented hypofilaments in the restroom area on the basement level. Bob advised in a later meeting that on June 24th, the air filters were changed. Per the EPA, you may suspect hidden mold if you know there has been water damage and residents are reporting health problems. July 14th, 2020, Commissioners meeting minutes. Bob responded that gutters will be installed, landscaping will be completed, and carpets will be replaced, noting that the air purifiers are an interim measure. In the audiovisual portion of the July 14th, 2020 meeting, Tommy had stated one additional question. Is there any plan for continued monitoring of the mold prior to the remediation, like every 3, 6 months, years? Jim stated that's what he, inferring Bob, is doing with that. Tommy, so we are going to monitor it? Bob, just as often as these gentlemen would like. Tommy, if there is that, what is the timeline then for Buffalo to do another analysis? Jim, we haven't made one. Bob, last time we did like 4 months. I mean, unless there is another water intrusion issue upstairs, I don't see the need to retest that. I mean, obviously we have proved that the HEPA filters are working because the black mold went away. But to appease you, I'm sure we can retest. January 4th through 8th. Unknown exact date as I was out of the office ill at that time. Facilities took the air purifiers from the GIS office and the judge's office. Upon removal, GIS department staff was advised that it would be replaced. That had not occurred prior to February 24th, when GIS obtained an air purifier from another office in the courthouse. January 19, 2021, Commissioners meeting. Jim referred to a determination in 2005 that the old courthouse could not be used as a jail. Justin E. commented via WebEx that the county wasn't able to house long-term prisoners prior to any mold concerns. He would have liability concerns with those cells being used, and there was discussion about the work that has been identified to improve courthouse moisture issues. In the Commissioner's audiovisual recording of the January 19th meeting, Justin Gatewood asked, "Is the mold going to be mitigated anytime soon in there, Commissioners?" Jim advised, yes. Board of Commissioners Chair Dan Allhands stated, "We've done sampling and testing, and currently there is no mold." February 24th, 2021, Clerk of Court staff advised that they have a second air purifier. Staff advised that GIS could utilize this unit due to the continued health issues, and they're having at least one purifier. On this day, GIS moved the purifier from the clerk and recorder's records room to the GIS office. The check pre-filter indicator light was illuminated. According to multiple sources, many of the purifiers in the courthouse have had their lights on for quite some time. It was implied months. Tuesday, March 2nd. I requested courthouse mold air quality testing be put on the Commissioner's agenda. The following day, March 3rd, all of the pre-filter indicator warning lights and indicators were cleared. The evening of March 3rd or the morning of March 4th, the air purifier in the GIS office was exchanged, the entire unit. March 4th, 2021, I spoke with Safety Bob at the end of lunch. Bob advised that the air purifiers were supposed to be replaced in January, shortly after they were taken to the nursing home. After multiple doctor's visits to determine the cause, my medical issues have pointed to an environmental issue at work, specifically in the county courthouse. I, Tommy, have missed multiple weeks of work due to an unexplained illness that presents as a sinus infection. Through multiple medical visits, the adverse health effect has pointed to an environmental issue at work in the Madison County Courthouse. Please see the cdc.gov website regarding mold for more information about health effects and concerns. Please also note that I am immunocompromised. When I go home after work, the headaches and shortness of breath prevent accomplishments of any meaningful task. Saturdays are difficult due to the continued headache and shortness of breath. Generally, on Saturday afternoon, the headache starts to diminish to a moderate level. On Sundays, the congestion and headache start to dissipate further, and sinus production starts to increase. Sunday afternoon affords an improved ability to breathe and the best health throughout the week. On Monday morning, I go into work being able to breathe, generally without any headache. As the morning progresses, I feel the sinus pressure start building, and a cough starts with the postnasal drip that begins to occur. By the afternoon, I have a minor headache. Tuesday and Wednesday are a continued increase of Monday. By Thursday, the headache is severe, and I have found nothing to resolve the headache. Productivity is reduced. Work productivity is reduced on Thursday. Friday is extremely uncomfortable. The pain, stuffiness, shortness of breath, and postnasal drip are to an unbearable level. The medical history regarding what appeared as an annual sinus infection did not start until after I began working in the county courthouse on November 17th, 2016. Approximately 2 years later, working 3 days a week in the county courthouse as a 30-hour employee, one round of antibiotics seemed to help with an apparent sinus infection. In December 2019, 1 year later, as a 3-day employee, 30 hours a week, one round of antibiotics seemed to help with an apparent sinus infection. On July 1st, 2019, I began working 5 days a week. Approximately 18 months later, November 2020 through January 2021, with working 5 days a week in the courthouse as a 40-hour employee, 2 rounds of antibiotics provided no relief for an apparent sinus infection. Higher grade antibiotics were provided and provided minimal relief. Upon returning to work after missing 5 weeks, I felt worse throughout the work week. Over the weekends, my health improves. The following weeks provided the same issue. To this point in time, it has been a recurring pattern. The longer I'm away from the office, the better I feel, only to return and have a poorer state of health. Thus, my request. Commissioners, please make a motion to authorize another round of environmental testing. The motion, as recommended, would be move to authorize environmental testing for all offices, open areas, and areas that may afford clarifications in regards to the current environmental quality within the courthouse. 2. Advise what remediation measures have been completed to date. 3. Advise of the date the courthouse remediation will begin. 4. Advise what remediation measures will be taken. 5. Please ensure, maintain, and provide a safe work environment for the courthouse employees before July 1st, 2021. I thank you for your time. The following photos and video of water in and around the courthouse are from March 2nd, 2021, a little more than 1 month ago. Please also note that according to the EPA, the key to mold control is moisture control. If mold is a problem in your home or office, you should clean up the mold promptly and fix the water problem. Inhaling or touching mold or mold spores may cause allergic reaction in sensitive individuals. Allergic reactions to mold are common. They can be intermediate or delayed. If there is mold growth in your home, you must clean up the mold and fix the water problem. If you clean up the mold but don't fix the water problem, then most likely the mold problem will come back. You must have completely fixed the water or moisture problem before the cleanup or remediation can be considered finished. Moisture control, again, is the key to mold control. Clean and repair roof gutters regularly. Make sure the ground slopes away from the building foundation. Keep indoor humidity low. Take actions that will help reduce humidity. Take actions that will help prevent condensation. You may suspect hidden mold if a building smells moldy, but you cannot see the source, or if you know there has been water damage and residents are reporting health problems. It is recognized the investigation of hidden mold problems may be difficult and require caution. Please note, dead mold may still cause allergic reactions in some people, so it is not enough to simply kill the mold. It must also be removed. Again, dead mold may still cause allergic reactions in some people, so it is not enough to simply kill the mold. It must also be removed.